Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Ollie Hayes, and today I'm bringing my final thoughts on Everton 3, Doncaster Rovers nil in the second round of the Carabao Cup. So let's get straight into it, starting with the first half. And I thought we were a little bit poor first half. We didn't really test them much, considering we're the Premier League side and they were the League Two side. I thought Doncaster maybe were unlucky not to go ahead in the first half, obviously, but for a great save from Jordan Pickford, smartly out towards his right hand side. And apart from that, we didn't really have many chances. I think we had one shot on target, and then Garner hit the inside of the post late on in the first half from a corner. But apart from that, we didn't really test Doncaster that much. We didn't really show much desire to go forward. It was mainly one dimensional in terms of long balls forward towards Beto and him trying to hold them up and us playing off the striker. I don't think it worked in the first half, and Doncaster were relatively quick to close Beto down. I know they were fouling him quite a lot. They were holding Beto quite a lot, and I think he did well in that first half, considering the circumstances with them just marking him and trying to mark him out of the game. So yeah, my first thoughts of that first half was it was quite poor. Didn't really test them. And considering we were the Premier League side, it looked quite even going into half time. And that was my first thought at half time itself. I was thinking, we still should have enough quality to see this out. We should still have enough quality to get through. You look at the players we had on the pitch. Jesper Lindstrom made his full debut in an Everton shirt. Iliman and Ndiaye, Beto, that should be more than enough firepower to get through. And I was a little bit disappointed with the way that we linked them together. Didn't feel like there was much, chemistry between them. It felt like they were just, trying to work each other out in that first off, which is fine. We're still relatively early in the season. I think, it's going to take time for those three to gel. But, it did look like there was a little bit of a lack of experience of playing with each other in that first half. And you could tell that it was a second round game because there wasn't a lot of tempo and we didn't really have any idea going forward. So I think at half time, there had to be a few tactical tweaks, in my opinion. And we did see a few. We started playing the ball more on the floor in the second half, and also we kind of packed in that long ball which we'd seen in that first half, which Beto was just getting swallowed up and not able to do anything with it. So for me, the biggest thing in that second half was taking the lead earlier. It was always going to feel like the floodgates were going to open if we did get that first goal, and then on 53 minutes we did get that goal through Dwight McNeil. Not sure how it's gone down as a Dwight McNeil goal. Obviously, you did get that little touch on it, but all the work was done through Jesper Lindstrom and Tim Irabunum, who it was a great strike from the edge of the box, and but for a Dwight McNeil little tap in, it would have been Tim Irabunum's first goal on an Everton shirt. But it was well worked, and it was nice to see that we actually scored from open play. Obviously, last season it seems to be a little bit of an issue scoring from open play. A lot of our goals came from set pieces, so it was nice to see a goal like that go in, and it was a very good finish from Irabunum. Obviously, I want to give Irabunum the full credit, and McNeil is obviously taking credit for the goal, but yeah, it was good play from Lindstrom and Irabunum, but McNeil was there in the right place at the right time to tap it home. And from then on, we controlled really, and we grew into the game. It looked like we were definitely the Premier League side then in that situation, rather than playing a League Two side and matching them, going toe to toe with them. So it was definitely positive to see that once we got that first goal, we didn't sit back and defend. We did control from then on and grew into the game more. And then obviously an individual piece of brilliance from Iliman and Jai. Great skill, great quick turn of pace to get away from his defender and slot home at the near post. For me, that shows now that he has to start over Abdiel Correa. It offers a little bit of a different dimension for me. It offers a little bit more flair going forward. So for me, Iliman and Jai now has to come into the side on Saturday at Bournemouth. I think he's done enough in this game tonight to warrant that. And you wouldn't see Abdoulaye Doucouré twisting and turning like that and firing in at the near post. So I think that's definitely a positive and something that Dyche now needs to harness going into the Bournemouth game on Saturday. But from then on, really, it was all us. Doncaster didn't really have any chances from then. I think they brought Billy Sharp on late on. I think that was around the 80th minute, and obviously he's got a world of experience in the top flight and also the championship, so he knows how to put the ball in the net. So I was a little bit worried when he came on, but no, we controlled the game well. We carried on doing our patterns of play, and a good goal for Beto for the third rounded off the evening. On the whole, with Beto, I know people will have their opinions on how he did. I think he probably was frustrated with his first half performance, but he was under a lot of pressure from the Doncaster defenders. They were dragging him, they were pulling him down. So for me, I think considering the circumstances in that first half, Beto did well, and I was just so happy to see him get on the score sheet. And he does look a little bit devoid of confidence in front of goal. He had that chance with a great cross from Iliman and Jai, and he just headed wide. And you know, 9 times out of 10, if he's having a good season, that goes in for Beto. So for me, I think it was good to see him get that first goal on the board for the season, and hopefully he can kick on now. And it does give Dyche a little bit of a selection headache, I think, personally, for Saturday. I think Beto has obviously scored. He's hit the back of the net tonight. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's yet to do that this season. So does it give Dyche a little bit of a selection headache? I think it does. I think Beto definitely does have a shout for starting on Saturday, but we obviously know that Dyche will probably opt for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but it's definitely a selection headache, and it's definitely food for thought for Sean Dyche to consider Beto going into Saturday. But also a good assist for Vitaly Mykolenko. That's a rarity. Didn't think I'd be saying this on this channel anytime soon, but yeah, a rare assist for Vitaly Mykolenko, and I think it was his first in an Everton shirt tonight. So fair play to him. It hopefully he can, as I said with Beto, hopefully he can kick on now and get more assists for the team, because obviously that's an area of his game that has been highly criticised in recent seasons with Vitaly Mykolenko. So hopefully he can offer us a little bit more going forward now. But that was it really. All in all, a decent night's work. Definitely room for improvement, and there's definitely more work to do going into the Bournemouth game. But it's nice to just get that first victory on the board for the season. Obviously, it was Doncaster last season that we got the victory on the board, and the first victory. I think it was the first goal of the season against Doncaster as well. So it's definitely nice to see that we've got our first victory. But as I said before, there's definitely still work to do going into the Bournemouth game, and hopefully we can use this as a springboard now and go into that game on Saturday with a little bit of wind in our sails and a little bit of confidence. But that is all for my thoughts on Everton 3, Doncaster Rovers 0 in the second round of the Carabao Cup. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, how you think we played, if you think there was any standout performers. I think for me, I would probably say Tim Irabunen was my standout performer, especially in the first half, but also the second half. I think he had a fantastic game. It was nice to see James Garner back in the midfield. Obviously, I wasn't expecting him to come back as soon as he did. Roman Dixon, I thought, looked okay for the 5 minutes he came on. So I think the omission of Roman Dixon tonight from right back maybe suggests that he might be starting on Saturday, and Dyche is going to put his trust in him again. But for me, the two standout performers were definitely Jordan Pickford, obviously in goal, kept us in it in that first half, but also Tim Irabunen in midfield had a fantastic game for me, and hopefully we can see more of that from him. But that is all for my thoughts on this game tonight. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll speak to you soon.